Surah 56. Al-Waqi. Context. Period of revelation. According to the chronological order that Abdullah bin Abbas has given of the surahs. First, Surah 20, Taha was sent down, then Surah 56, Al-Waqi, and then Surah 26, Ash-Shura. The theme and subject matter of this surah. Its theme is the hereafter, monotheism, Tawheed, and refutation of the Meccan disbelievers' suspicions about the Quran. What they regarded as utterly incredible was that resurrection would ever take place, then the entire system of the earth and heavens would be upset, and when all the dead would be resurrected and called to account, after which the righteous would be admitted to paradise and the wicked cast into hell. They regarded all this as imaginary, which could not possibly happen in actual fact. In answer to this, it was said, when the inevitable event will take place, there will be none to believe it's happening, nor will anyone have the power to avert it, nor prove it to be an unreal happening. At that time, all nations will be divided into three classes. Number 1. The foremost in rank and position. Number 2. The common righteous people. Number 3. Those who denied the hereafter and persisted in disbelief and polytheism and major sins till the last. How these three classes of the people will be rewarded and punished has been described in detail in verses 7 to 56. Then, in verses 57 to 74, arguments have been given, one after the other, to prove the truth of the two basic doctrines of Islam, which the disbelievers were refusing to accept: the doctrines of monotheism, and the hereafter. In these arguments, apart from everything else that exists in the earth and heavens, man's attention has been drawn to his own body and to the food that he eats, and to the water that he drinks and to the fire on which he cooks his food, and he has been invited to ponder the question: what right do you have to behave independently of, or serve any other than, the God whose creative power has brought you into being, and whose provisions sustain you? And how can you entertain the idea that after having once brought you into existence, he has become so helpless and powerless, that he cannot recreate you once again even if he wills to? Then in verses 75 to 82, their suspicions in respect of the Quran have been refuted, and they have been made to realize how fortunate they are, that instead of deriving any benefit from the great blessing that the Quran is, they are treating it with inadequate attention, and have set only this share of theirs in it, that they deny it. If one seriously considers this matchless argument, that has been presented in two brief sentences about the truth of the Quran, one will find in it the same kind of firm and stable system as exists among the stars and planets of the universe, and the same is the proof of the fact that its author is the same being who has created the universe. Then the disbelievers have been told that this book is inscribed in that writ of destiny which is beyond the reach of the creatures, as if to say,
you think it is brought down by the devils to Muhammad, whereas none but the pure angels has any access to the means by which it reaches Muhammad from the well-guarded tablet.
In conclusion, man has been warned, as if to say,
you may brag and boast as you like, and may shut your eyes to the truths in your arrogance of independence, but death is enough to open your eyes. At death, you become helpless, you cannot save your own parents, you cannot save your children, you cannot save your religious guided and beloved leaders. They all die in front of your very eyes while you look on helplessly. If there is no supreme power ruling over you, and this assumption is correct that you are all in the world, and there is no God, then why don't you restore to the dying person his soul? Just as you are helpless in this, so it is also beyond your power to stop God from calling the people to account and measure out rewards and punishments to them.
You may or may not believe it, but every dying person will surely see his own end after death. If he belongs to those nearest to God, he will see the good end meant for them. If he be from among the righteous, he will see the end prepared for the righteous. And if he be from among the deniers of the truth, he will see the end destined for the criminals. Surah 56. Al-Waqi. In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful. When the inevitable event takes place, there is, at its occurrence, no denial. It will bring down some, and raise up others. When the earth is shaken with convulsion, and the mountains are broken down, crumbling, and become dust, dispersing. And you become of three kinds, then the companions of the right. What are the companions of the right? And the companions of the left, what are companions of the left? And the forerunners, those are the ones brought near to God. In the gardens of pleasure, a large company of the former peoples, and a few of the later peoples, on thrones woven with ornament, reclining on them, facing each other. There will circulate among them young boys, made eternal with vessels, pitchers, and a cup of wine from a flowing spring. No headache will they have therefrom, nor will they be intoxicated, and fruit of what they select, and the meat of fowl, from whatever they desire. And for them are fair women, with large beautiful eyes, the likenesses of pearls, well protected, as reward for what they used to do. They will not hear therein ill speech or commission of sin, only a saying, Peace. Peace. The companions of the right, what are the companions of the right? They will be among lote trees, with thorns removed, and banana trees layered with fruit and shade extended, and water poured out, and fruit abundant, and varied, neither limited to season nor forbidden, and upon beds raised high. Indeed we have produced them, the women of paradise, in a new creation, and made them virgins, devoted to their husbands and of equal age. For the companions of the right, who are, a company of the former peoples, and a company of the later peoples. And the companions of the left, what are the companions of the left? They will be in scorching fire and scalding water, and a shade of black smoke, neither cool nor beneficial. Indeed they were, before that, indulging in affluence, and they used to persist in the great violation. And they used to say, when we die and become dust and bones, are we indeed to be resurrected? And our forefathers as well? Say, O Muhammad, indeed the former and the later peoples are to be gathered together for the appointment of a known day. Then indeed you, O those astray, who are deniers, will be eating from trees of zaqqum, and filling with it your bellies and drinking on top of it from scalding water, and will drink as the drinking of thirsty camels. That is their hospitality on the day of recompense. We have created you, so why do you not believe? Have you seen that, which you emit? Is it you who creates it, or are we the creator? We have decreed death among you, and we are not to be outdone in that. We will change your likenesses, and produce you in that form which you do not know. And you have already known the first creation, so will you not remember? And have you seen that seed which you sow? Is it you, who makes it grow, or are we the grower? If we willed, we could make it dry, debris, and you would remain in wonder, saying, indeed we are now in debt, rather, we have been deprived. And have you seen the water that you drink? Is it you who brought it down from the clouds, or is it we who bring it down? If we willed, we could make it bitter, so why are you not grateful? And have you seen the fire that you ignite? Is it you who produced its tree, or are we the producer? We have made it a reminder, and provision for the travelers. So exalt the name of your Lord, the Most Great. Then I swear by the setting of the stars, and indeed it is an oath, if you could know, Most Great. Indeed it is a noble Quran, in a register well protected. None touch it except the purified, the angels. It is a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. Then is it to this statement, that you are indifferent, and make the thanks for your provision that you deny the provider? Then why, when it, the soul, at death reaches the throat, and you are at that time, looking on, and we are nearer to him than you, but you do not see, then why do you not? If you are not to be recompensed, bring it back, if you should be truthful. And if he, the deceased, was of those brought near to God, then for him is rest and bounty and a garden of pleasure. And if he was of the companions of the right, then the angels will say, peace for you, You are from the companions of the right. But if he was of the deniers who were astray, then for him is hospitality of scalding water, and burning in hell fire. Indeed this is the true certainty, so exalt the name of your Lord, the Most Great.